Hi, Teri here from Stamping Magic. Welcome back to my channel. Today's project is another 3-inch card set. Now the box measures 3¼ inches wide and 3¼ inches tall, and it's 1½ inches deep. And this one has a different closure to the one I created a couple of weeks ago. Inside there are 6 cards and envelopes. All the cards are slightly different, and I've used products from the Boho Indigo Product Medley kit to create these. The envelopes are standard envelopes for 3-inch cards, and these come in a pack of 40. These are all the measurements you need for all the elements required to create this project. So if you're interested in reproducing it, take a screenshot so you can refer to it later. I'm using Misty Moonlight cardstock for my box, and I'm going to place it into my Simply scoreboard with the longest side across the top. I'm going to score down at 3¼ inches, 4¾ inches, 8 inches and 9½ inch. Then I'll turn my cardstock so the short side is across the top, and I'll score down at 1½ inches, 4¾ inches and 6¼ inches. There's a small rectangular section on the bottom right hand side that I will need to remove. The longer tab above it I will keep, but I'll slant cut each end, and then the 2 small rectangular tabs above that I will also remove. I'll also cut up the vertical score lines along the bottom to create tabs, and the small square tabs I will slant cut the sides. So first of all, I'll remove that bottom right rectangle, and then I'll slant cut either end of the tab above it before removing the 2 small rectangles on the top right. Then I'll straight cut up the vertical score lines along the base, and the small square tabs will have their sides slant cut. I now have 8 sections left along the top of the box. The 2 in the top left position will be removed. These are above the back of the box and aren't required. I'm then going to cut down the vertical score lines, and I'm going to actually remove the score lines. You want the sides of the sections to remain square, but you don't want that score line there. And then finally I'm going to reduce the size of the smaller sections. Now the bottom square section I'm going to reduce in size by approximately a half. The corners of all the top sections then need to be rounded. You may need to fold all the panels out of the way to get into some of these corners, especially on the smaller tabs. I can now fold on all the score lines and burnish them with my bone folder. On the top edge of the back section, so the left hand section, I'm just going to mark the halfway point. And then I'm also going to mark the halfway point on the flap on the lid. And I'm doing this about ½ inch from that front edge. Then on the bottom of the back section, I'm going to mark the halfway point. And then I can position my ruler between the 2 points marked on that panel, and I'm going to mark up 1.5 inches from the bottom score line. I'm going to pierce 2 holes, the first where I've marked in the front flap, and then the one I marked in the back panel. And then using my 1.5 inch circle punch, I'm going to punch out a part circle where I made that mark on the top of the back panel. And you can use any circle punch or die to do this. I have some thick, very vanilla card here, and I'm going to use my 1/2 inch circle punch, which is now retired. You could use any small circle punch for this, and I'm punching out 2 circles for my closure. I've stacked them on top of each other, and I'm going to pierce a hole in the centre. I'm going to take 2 small gold brads, and again these are retired, but you could use any brads you have for this. I'll push the brads through the vanilla circles and then through the holes I made on my box. The brad I'm adding to the back panel, I'm going to cover the split pins with some tear and tape adhesive, and this will help stop my cards catching on the pins when I push them into or take them out of the box. For decorating the front of my box, I've die cut a circle, and I used the Stitched Shapes circle dies to do this, the second largest. I'm now going to emboss this panel using one of the greenery embossing folders. These come in a set of 2, and I'm using the top one. Now when I place my circle into the folder, I'm going to make sure that the design is centered on my circle. This will make it look much nicer, as you can see here. I also have a square of very vanilla card and a square of the Boho Indigo Designer Series paper. I've gone ahead and die cut 4 of the vases from Misty Moonlight cardstock, and I've used the Boho Indigo dies to do this, these 3 little vase dies. I've die cut one twice, and this one you can actually use either way up. It looks good either way. All the foliage I've used different dies from the Boho Indigo set, and I've die cut these from gold foil. Now for the cards, I've die cut 2 of each shape, and for the front of the box, I've die cut 1 of each shape. I'm going to add a little extra colour to each of these vases using the same colour ink, so Misty Moonlight, and my sponge dauber. And this just adds a little definition. It stops the vases looking completely flat. I've added dimensionals onto the back of the vase that I'm going to use to decorate the box, and I'm now just working out how I want the foliage to sit. I've removed the backings from the dimensionals, and I'm now going to pick up the vase and just place it over the top of the foliage, and the foliage will catch on the dimensionals and hold it in place. Then I can bring in my box and just check that it will fit. And it does. You don't want it to extend past the sides of the box. I'm going to add some wet adhesive to the foliage, and then I can add it to the front of my box. I can now finish putting the box together by adding glue along that 1/2 inch tab on the side. and then I can just close the other side of my box onto it. Now to make the base of the box, you want to fold in the tab on the bottom for the back of the box first. Then I'm going to add glue to the remaining 3 tabs, fold the sides in first of all, and then finally the front tab. This is the Boho Indigo stamp set, and I'm just using the little thank you sentiment. I'm going to stamp it in Misty Moonlight, and I need 1 for each card, so I'm stamping it 3 times. I'll be punching these out using the classic label punch, and I want to make them as small as possible, so I'm positioning the sentiment towards the right hand side and punching. Then when I've punched all 3, I can position them back into the punch and punch the left hand side. I'm only showing you how I made 3 of the cards today, so you'll need to double up on everything. The card bases are in Misty Moonlight. Now all the measurements for all the elements were at the start of this video, so if you've missed it you can go back and have a look. The card bases have been scored in the middle and folded. Now I'm going to add a vanilla mat inside so you can write your message, and a vanilla mat on the front. I'll then add some Boho Indigo paper and an embossed die cut circle. These are the 3 cards that I've just created, and these are the ones that I made earlier. So in total I've got 6 cards that will fit in my box. I can now place these with the envelopes and they can all go inside the box. I'm going to secure the lid using some gold baker's twine, and again, I'm sorry, but this is a retired product, but you can use any twine or thread that you have handy. Now I'm going to secure it around the top brad first of all and hold it into position, and then I can wrap the end round in a figurette of 8 to secure it around the brads. And the first time you do this it's a little bit fiddly, but it does loosen up. And that's it. That's my little set of cards complete. So this box will hold 6 cards and envelopes. Now this box is one I created a couple of weeks ago, and I used the Hippo Happiness bundle, and this one will hold 8 cards. The closure on the back is different, but it gives you more options. If you're interested in seeing the video for this, I'll leave a link at the top of the screen under the eye. Now, as I said, this one holds 8 cards and envelopes. In the same video, I also give you instructions on how to create a smaller box, and this one holds 4 cards and envelopes. So you've now got lots of options for creating these boxes for 3-inch cards. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this project. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notifications bell so you don't miss out on any future videos. Bye for now.